Hi guys, welcome back. It's Tracy with TR's Tarot Talk 1111. I am here to do your monthly zodiac readings. We are now on the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and all cross watchers. Cross watchers, please be mindful that Spirit knows who's watching, and it could very well play out from your own perspective instead of the perspective of your person. For those of you who are new, I am so grateful you are here. Please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you feel my vibe and you like it, or if you're resonating with it. I am a spiritual reader, and I work with the twin flames, those who are on the ascension journey, and anything to do with your spiritual guidance or path, right? Akashic records, energy work. I do all of that. Okay, so if you would like your own personal private reading, please don't be hesitant, because I'm getting really busy and I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful, guys. So I am limiting my private readings to 4 a day, and in the description box below is my PayPal link. If you look at the list of different readings I have, they start at, I think, $10 and go all the way up to $125 for a deep dive, which is 2 hours or more, depending on what you need. We do energy work. Sometimes we just talk it out, whatever you need help with. I toss cards. I do whatever I'm called to do energetically for you. During the 2 hour deep dive, it is really a good energy reading. Okay, so if you're interested in that, everything is listed in the description box below. Please go ahead and prepay with the PayPal link, and then email me. That link is also there. Email me, and we will get you scheduled. First come, first serve are those that prepay. Okay, what else do I need to say? For those of you who are my old standbys, I love you guys, and things are getting interesting around here. My ex-husband decided he wanted a solid, committed visitation schedule, and in the past it was whenever he felt like it. So things are going to get much more structured in my life, giving me a solid Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to do private readings and to do more uploads. So thank you for being with me, guys, and know that things are going to be changing around here. I've already hired somebody to design a web page for me with a scheduler on it, and things are getting really juicy. So I need to thank you guys for being a part of that journey, right? Okay, so this month I did a channeled message like I do every month. If you guys are new to my channel, I do the 12 zodiacs every new moon, every full moon. Depending on how busy I am, sometimes I group them by their elements. Sometimes I try to do all 12 like I'm doing this month. And I do a channeled message, which I do through ritual, sacred bath, and channeled writing, guided writing, right? So that has already been uploaded, and it's very pertinent to this reading. So I would like to ask you if you would please go and watch that before you watch this. It tells you what Spirit says is the energy around the Scorpio moon. And I have to tell you, I'm pretty damn impressed with Spirit, because like I am not an astrologer, and I'm just not. And I've been watching other astrology videos after doing my guided message, and it looks and sounds like everything that Spirit channeled to me is pretty on par with what's going on in the sky, right? Because I'm not an astrologer. I don't even know how to read my chart, barely, let alone do a channeled message around the chart, right? So anyhow, I think it's important you go and watch it. Spirit said there are two... everybody's going to be affected by the full moon that happened yesterday, and probably for about a week, maybe all month long for some of you. But Spirit said the ones that will be hardest hit by it are those that are clinging to something that is dead, right? Like a dead-end marriage, or a committed relationship, or toxic friendships, or family situations that no longer serve you. Jobs that you absolutely hate, that do not treat you well, that you've been being guided by Spirit to let go of for a long time. Some of us have done that already, and that would be group B. So group A, you might get a tower moment, or you might get an alignment moment, or some things that you've been clinging to, like a job that you're afraid you hate it, but you're afraid to move on from it. It might just be taken out of your grubby little hands, right? So if you feel that you want to talk about it, you can definitely find support in the comment section below. Keep your comments nice though. Okay, so yeah, and type B, okay, the second group of people that will be hardest hit by this scorpionic energy is those who have lost loved ones or friends or pets, or marriages or friendships or jobs, all of the things that didn't work for you. Maybe you were brave enough to let it go, or maybe you already had your tower moment and divine intervention and it was just taken from you. Whatever the situation, you guys need to be going through the grieving process, or perhaps you already have been going through the grieving process. So Spirit said that's where you're going to be mostly affected. So at this time is when I wanted to put in, for those of you who have been following my channel, you know that my brother-in-law, Greg, had a massive aneurysm, and I asked for you guys to be praying for him, and my cousin Melissa, who had a very aggressive cancer. And I'm very sad to say that neither one of them made it. So I'm probably in that group B, where I've been divorced just recently, and my life has changed, and there were some things I gave up willingly and some things that were plucked out of my grubby little hands. So, sorry, I got a hair in my mouth. Cats. So, group B, you're in the grieving process, and this moon might just trigger you in order to bring up any remnants of stuff that you thought you had dealt with, thought you had gotten to the other side of, but perhaps still have a little bit, going on. So in the guided channeled message is the 5 steps of grieving, and the last one, stage 5, is acceptance, which I believe is what this moon is going to be the catalyst for, right? It's the phoenix rising from the ashes, things that need to burn off and regenerate. All right, so I wanted to read this, guys, a postcard from Spirit. It's usually not part of your reading for the month. I draw one of these every full moon, every new moon for me. And so I drew this, and because of losing Greg and losing my cousin Melissa and all the other grievances that losses I've had to grieve, this was pretty apropos, and so I wanted to share it with you guys because I think it might resonate with some of you. By the way, if you see me looking out the window a lot, it's because my new computer is giving me grief. And this computer works, but I broke the screen and I can't see you. I can't see you. So if I hold the cards up, I'm hoping and praying that they are in view. If they're not, please forgive me. I'm working on it. And we're just going to start. So I'd like to read this postcard from Spirit for you. Dearest you, there are times when loss is a part of life. Sometimes a loss is welcomed, like when you leave a toxic situation that is no longer in alignment with your highest good. Sometimes a loss is sudden and painful, like when a loved one crosses over to our dimension. Regardless of the nature of the loss and your control over it, your experience is asking to be acknowledged. Tears are necessary, as is grief. When you repress the natural expression of loss and try to move on too quickly, the unprocessed pain haunts you in destructive ways. We don't want that for you. Instead, let your heart break wide open, feel the loss and integrate it. See the beauty that was, the lessons that were learned, and know that as you let go of what has passed, ever more of you will remain. It gets better, we promise. Your heart expands with more compassion for the world than ever before. Love will heal all. You are loving, sending you love and support always and forever. Your Spirit team, right? So, yeah, sometimes you got to rip your chest open and have that ugly cry. My little boy calls it an ugly cry. He's like, Mom, that was an ugly cry, or you had an ugly cry, or I feel like having an ugly cry. I don't know where he heard that from, but that's where he heard it. So now listen, I am doing the cross. So I've got a 5-card spread here. I've got the heart of the matter. I've got what needs to be healed or left in the past, or transmuted. I've got oracle cards that are the surrender deck in order to help you figure out how to surrender that past energy. We have what is on your mind or influencing you at this time. We have what is hidden in your subconscious mind, or what's the underlying issue. And then we have forward movement. This is one reading, and these are all separate readings. So if the general message does not resonate with you, please stick around for the oracle readings, because I am doing a reading with the Work Your Light oracle deck by, who's it by? I don't remember. But anyhow, if you know, list it in the comment section. But this is for my star seeds, my ground crew, those who resonate with being a light worker. Okay, this is about your mission work. Then I'm going to ask you guys, this is Taurus, remember, I'm going to ask you Taurians to ask a definitive question. Could have to do with this spread, or could be something totally off topic. You set your intentions on asking a question. We're going to get you either a yes or no, or some kind of guidance or timing around your question with the angel answer cards, okay? And then another general message. This is for my kids in the School of Hard Knocks, okay? You know who you are. Those who just don't get the message unless it's up front, in your face, blunt, and out there. This is my new Rebel deck. You know who you are. If you need to hear it like it is, you're going to get it like it is. Then this is for my twin flame, sacred soulmate, divine masculine, divine feminine, or just Taurus in love. Anybody that's in love and wants a relationship guidance, this is for you. Then the last message is a general message for everybody. Could have to do with the general message here. It could be totally off topic. Okay, so stick around to the very end. Now, Taurus, let's start your reading. Gosh, we're 12 minutes in. How am I doing that? All right. Your energy, or the heart of the matter. Okay, I'm sorry, my cat's in heat. I've got 2, and I can't get them fixed until the quarantine's over. So one goes in heat while the other one's not, and then the other one goes in heat and the other one's not. So somebody is constantly howling in this household. Okay, so your heart of the matter is the Hanged Man. So there is something in your energy field that you have been thinking about, learning about, aligning with, or realigning. You're looking at all aspects. There's some things that need to go. You know they need to go because a sacrifice needs to be made. But this is like dark stuff that you've been sitting in that you need to get out of, things that you need to release and let go of, right? Could be a person, could be a place, a thing, a circumstance. You'll know, right? Up here, the rainbow is coming in. It's like DNA light codes coming in that are enlightening you, giving you what you need in order to come out of this Hanged Man better, smarter, stronger, right? Hibiscus. I don't know why the artist chose hibiscus clouds. I hope you guys can see this. I apologize if you can't. But the hibiscus clouds might have some kind of meaning for somebody out there. But we have a number 3, okay? 3s are divine. It's Father, Son, Holy Ghost, Mother, Maiden, Crone. So your heart of the matter is you really have some things that you need to be taking a look at from all different perspectives. And it might be a time of just working it out, not being out there running around doing stuff. I mean, on quarantine, everybody's pretty much in the hangman energy. So what are you learning during this quarantine? What are you What are you spending time listening to yourself? Because, life was so dang busy before this quarantine that a lot of people never had time to find that inner compass or listen to their spirit guides or realign their life and get things in order. So this might be what you're doing at this time, Taurus, okay? What needs to be left in the past or healed or transmuted? Rejoice in celebration. So, cat, behave. Sorry. So this is the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is all about partying, Maybe for some of you that's just been a problem. Maybe you like to drink too much, or maybe you don't drink at all, but you like to be the player, play the field. You like to be out there running around. Maybe you were just so busy doing things that you love doing that you just didn't have time to really evaluate some of the higher things in your life, the things that didn't surround just gathering, right? This could also be fear around losing contact with your friends and family and being in quarantine. This could, because it's in the past energy. It feels to me like, maybe you were very connected. Maybe your job has to do with, maybe you're a party planner or a cake decorator. You're going to know this energy, but whatever this is, it's something that isn't happening at the moment. It's not happening. Threes, sometimes you've got 2 3s here with the 12 that reduces to a 3 and the 3 of Cups. You might be dealing with a third party situation and a player type energy, that could be for some of you. It's not certainly for all of you, but it could be for some of you. And sometimes when there's a lot of 3s hanging around, it's one too many, right? So maybe there's something that you need to leave behind that brings it back down to the 2 or the 1, pardon me, instead of the 3. All of those different types of scenarios could be for any of you. So just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But I'm going to take a look at the surrender cards on what do you need to surrender around this energy. We have surrender, denial. Accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. So you've put your blinders on willingly, right? Maybe you know that there's a third party situation, or maybe you've got a drinking problem, or maybe, however that energy is playing out in your life, there's something here that Spirit says you need to accept for what it is, okay? And if it's a grieving process, maybe you lost a job that was around, maybe you were a bartender, or maybe you are in a band, or because 3 of Cups is so much activity in crowds, in groups, in celebrations and stuff. So maybe you lost your job and you're in denial, or maybe you're losing your job and you're in denial. Maybe you have an addiction problem and you're in denial. Maybe your person has another person and you know it and you're in denial. Whatever it is you're denying, Spirit says you've put your own mask on. Nobody else did. You chose not to see it for what it is. Okay? So take the mask off and accept what is. Doesn't mean it can't be transmuted or changed. You'll know if you can change it or not. Spirit will probably give you guidance on whether or not you can change it. Okay? So then we have surrender your ego. Cultivate gratitude. This is mine. I need to work more on gratitude. I'm always grateful, but I don't always say it. So that's part of what I want to transmute and change moving forward, is I want to express my gratitude more often. So cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. Take that as it resonates. Surrender to your soul's path. Your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. Okay? Now we're going to take a look at what is on your mind or what is influencing you at this time. 9 of Pentacles. Harvest time. So for some of you, this very well could have to do with your job, or your business, or your entrepreneurship, or it could have to do with your self-value. This could be you learning how to be self-sufficient or wanting to be self-sufficient because it's on your mind, right? It's not really an action card just yet. For some of you, this is maybe because of that Three of Cups, maybe you are stuck in a relationship or a situationship where you want to be in a relationship with somebody who already is in a relationship, right? However it plays out for you. This tells me that it might be time for you to withdraw your energy a little bit and be a little bit more autonomous, because there are good things for you that if nothing in this energy is resonating or feeling good, then you need to be looking out for you, and it's on your mind. So it sounds like you've gotten the memo, and so you're going to be working on your finances, your life, your home, your situations, your health, you, right? Working on you. Cat. I was cleaning house and I moved the cat box in here so I could mop the floor back there. And of course, she's got to come over and scratch at it and use it while we're doing our reading. I apologize, guys. All right, so what is the underlying issue or the subconscious mind? Intuition. See, this is something I'm hearing, and I don't know why. I haven't looked at the cards, but I'm hearing for somebody out there, there's something definitely that is not good for you, that you know it's not good for you, and you need to let it go. And for others of you, it's a fear around, I'm hearing, should I let it go? Is it for me? What do I do? You know, it could be a fear around that too, but Spirit's saying, trust your intuition, trust your inner knowing, trust that inner guidance system, ask, right? Because it's innately within all of us. So this is the subconscious mind has the inner knowing, the answers that you're seeking. All you have to do is quiet the mind and ask and be ready to receive, okay? Yeah. Moving forward, we have the Seven of Swords. So I feel like this is what you're moving away from. I know it's not in the past, but it's almost like, you're becoming authentic. You're removing your mask. You're healing. You're becoming better. You're showing up better. You're taking better care of yourself. You're no longer, you are the one that put the blindfold on in a situation. So you might have been lying to yourself, and that's what's going to be shown to you during this full moon in Scorpio energy. You might just get a tower moment, because on the bottom of the deck over here, which isn't really for this reading, but it's been staring me in my face, for the light workers, is the crumbling. What are you clinging to? It's a tower moment. So, somehow, some way, there's been some deception here. Either you lied to yourself or somebody else lied to you, and it might be shown to you clearly during this moon. You might be triggered, okay? For others of you, this is like an energy of just being authentic. Stop playing the role. Stop pretending you're something you're not. Take the mask off and be you, because you're beautiful and you're worthy and you're divinely built to withstand the storms, right? Have faith and trust in that. Just know. And if this, I sometimes think this is like a stubbornness when it comes to communication too, because the High Priestess communicates telepathically. She doesn't use words, right? Words are for the minions. She's accelerated beyond the need for explanations. So for some of you, if that resonates, if you've been quiet, if you've cut somebody off from communication and you're in hangman mode, there's a reason for it. Trust your instincts, okay? Trust the guidance that you feel guided to take. All right, so now for my star seeds and light workers. I am so sorry about the cat, guys. This is a separate message for those who resonate with being a light worker or a star seed or indigo child. ground crew, right? If you don't resonate with that, it's okay. But the messages might still resonate even if you don't resonate with that title, okay? So, like I said, bottom of the deck was the crumbling. What are you clinging to? I don't know if you can see this card, but I'm going to hold it up and let you look at it, okay? It's like a portal. You know, you need to go through the portal. You need to walk through the door. You need to let go of something, move from the dark into the light, right? Then we have the inner temple, devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. And look, see here, she's tuning in. And this is the Hanged Man. That is tuning in, right? So tune into your inner temple. It's time to get quiet and listen to God. Devotion, prayer, meditation, your heart space. Then we have keepers of the earth, of course, because you're ground crew, right? That's what you incarnated for. It's why you're here. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand behind and beside you. Yeah, so know that you are divinely supported, okay? Generations and generations of support. And your guides, you just have a whole crew that are disembodied that you can call upon. Then we have unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. I'm definitely hearing for a small percentage of you, not everybody, okay? Only take a message if it feels right. But for some of you, I feel like you're definitely clinging to a person or a situation or a job or a friendship that is no longer good for you. And Spirit is saying you need to cut your losses, unbind yourself, energetically unbind yourself from old soul patterns or contracts. We are in a karmic review. This is the age of Aquarius, right? We are leaving the age of Pisces. Every time we leave one age, which is usually around, 2,500 years in age, and we enter into a new one, there's karmic balancing that happens it's a restart. It's like the whole Wheel of Fortune turns and we are in a new cycle, a new way, a new beginning, creating the earth, the new templates, the way we want them to be. So we need to unbind ourselves from old soul contracts that no longer serve us, from past lives and ancestral DNA, right? Then so you unbind yourself and then you have to put up clear boundaries, right? So boundaries, where do you need to establish better boundaries? If you look at this, and I hope you can see it, I don't know if you can, but there are all these hands, just reaching out to this woman. It's like, me, I want some. What have you got to give me, me? Spirit's saying, as a light worker, sometimes we shine so brightly that we can become overwhelmed with other people who are seeking the light, right? It's our job. It's what we're supposed to do. But we need to have healthy boundaries and we need to have self-care and downtime, right? In order to recharge our batteries and to not be depleted energetically. And for some of you, I'm telling you, I don't know why, but I feel like you have an energy vampire in your energy. It could be a husband or wife that is no longer good for you. You need to let go of. It could literally be a friendship that just drains you of your energy. This could be situations at work. This could be anything you're going to know. But for somebody, I feel it very strongly. There's somebody or something that needs to go. All right, so now I would like you to set your intentions. Taurus, ask a question, yes or no. We're going to use Doreen Virtue's Angel Answer deck, and they have 2 yeses and 2 nos, so you might get a definitive answer, or you might get advice or timing. So I'm going to give you just like 5 seconds to think of a question. It doesn't have to do with the general reading. It could be something totally different, okay? All right. What is the answer to the question? Let me take a look here. Ooh, if you're asking about finances, first of all, it's up to you, because you are the creator of your own experiences. I didn't know this. I spent so many of my years just being a victim when all I had to do was wake up and realize that I say yes to what people do to me, or I say no to what people do to me, and nobody can make me do anything or be any way or feel any kind of thing. You know, when I got triggered by my ex-husband, by him, giving me a hard time about visitation, I I was triggered, and then I started thinking about it and thought, he don't have any power over me anymore. I'm not married to him, It's like I don't have to listen to anything he says. And so but I took the high road, the highest and best for everybody. I compromised. I didn't want to compromise. My ego wanted to say, fuck you. But my higher self thought, no, that's not fair. He has, feelings and whatnot too. So I had to take him into consideration. But this card says it's up to you. Whatever question you're asking, you need to have the mantra, I am a powerful, conscious creator, co-creating with the divine my highest and best life. So what are you saying yes to that you need to say no to? And what are you saying no to that you might need to say yes to? The whole outcome is up to you. Manifestation, right? Then we have abundance. So possibly you're asking about finances and career. Abundance can be anything. It can be love. It can be anything, guys. It can be anything. You know what the question is you asked, and Spirit says it's going to be abundant for you if you choose it. And then we have a timing card. It says a year from now. And what I'm hearing is a year from now, you won't even recognize yourself. You won't even recognize the changes that have happened around the topic that you're asking about. It doesn't necessarily mean that you won't manifest it before a year, but I feel like Spirit's saying a year from now, if you journaled and looked back at what you were doing this time next year, you would see that everything you were manifesting either was for you or wasn't for you, and you got it or you didn't. But I feel like everything is changing, and you're going to become much more abundant because you've got material harvest here too. That's a money card. It's also a self-worth card. It's pre-Empress energy, right? So how can you step into your own autonomy and make things happen for you? It's up to you. All right, now for those of you who come from the school of hard knocks and you like to learn things the hard way, here is an in-your-face, blunt, cussing, swearing, like no holds bar message for you from the Rebel deck. All right, it says that project, that person, that idea that is waiting, get after that shit. The world has your back. I hope you can see it. Then we have get over your get over yourself, pull your shit together, help people, give back, do good shit for humanity. That's going to resonate with one of you at least. That I feel like that's Spirit's way of saying get on mission. What is your heart calling for you to do in your life right now? All right, then we have detox. This has been coming up a lot for people too. So we all need to start taking a better look at how we eat. GMOs, pesticides, all of that stuff that's been killing our planet, killing us. If we just said no to it, if we refused to buy it, if we refused to participate, if we went and bought our food from farmers and local meat providers and go organic, those companies would go belly up, right? Stop participating and treat your body better. You've got the Nine of Pentacles. That's about self-love and self-care too. So detox. Drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, and throw some shit out. Yep, this is what this moon's all about, guys. It's about letting go of things. It's about changing things. It's about clearing out, cleaning out, detoxing, that kind of stuff. Then we have some good shit is about to happen. Don't let your issues fuck it up. We all have issues, guys. You've got surrender, denial, and surrender your ego. So this is just confirming that. It's like some good stuff is about to happen for you with that Nine of Pentacles and abundance card, right? So don't let issues fuck it up. Deal with your issues. Then we have Get some fucking sleep. You're being an ass because you're fucking tired. Face to the pillow now. Some of you need self-care. You need to detox. You need to sleep better. You need to take care of yourself. So we have, you are giving away your power. You are a badass. Start acting like it. Well, it says act like it. Okay, so yeah, empower yourself. It looks like you're working on that, right? You're taking the mask off, or spirit is. This tower moment could literally show you something in your life that has been deceiving you, right? So take it as it resonates. And you know, I just noticed this. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles. You've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. When you put those two together, you get the Ten of Pentacles. So for some of you, you're blocking your own prosperity because you need to be taking better care of yourself with the root chakra. And there's that Tower card, okay? So some of you are out of alignment financially because you don't know your own worth, and you need to work on your self-worth. All right, now I'd like to get a message for my twin flames, sacred soulmates, divine masculine, divine feminine, or just Taurians in love, okay? What do we have for you? Oh my gosh, really? So we have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Woot woot. I look at this picture and I think of Jesus and Mary Magdalene and the powerful, powerful twin flame energy between the two of them. She followed him everywhere he went, and whether the Bible wanted to admit it or not, if you read the book of Mary Magdalene and Thomas, you will see that, you know, Jesus, that was his sacred soulmate, and she was like his right hand person. So then we have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. That might be why you're in the Hangman. You might have been lied or deceived by somebody in the past that was player energy, and so it's like you need to heal that. Or possibly if you're in a twin flame journey, I know twins have done some rotten shit to each other. It could be that your twin used to be a player and used to be a liar or a deceiver, or showed up really funky and wonky, right? And divine feminine, when you start, and it doesn't have to be, I'm sorry, it's not always the divine masculine. It just seems to be for all the readings I do. But I'm sure there are some very toxic divine feminines out there too, for my masculines who watch. But it just seems to be, I do a lot of twin flame readings, and they seem to be mostly for the feminines. And it seems like the masculines kind of, a lot of them come from that energy, you know. So I'm sorry if I passed judgment. I didn't mean to. However, we have, you know, possibly your twin flame, because there's such strong chemistry, if you have gone silent with this high priestess, or if they went silent, spirit is definitely going to act on your behalf during this time. And it's a good thing that the chemistry is there, because that's a foundation, right? It's like you're linked together. You no matter, he's on his path, you're on your path, but that path is the same path, and it's going to lead to each other, right? It says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So for some of you, that could possibly be a new way that they are going to show up in your life, because they've done some healing around that. For others of you, you might be in a relationship that is karmic in nature, and you need to leave that behind for this new love to be able to come in, right? And I feel like you know it. That's why you're in this hangman position, because there's work being done around your ego or their ego. And you need to take your blinders off, and you need to get into your knowing and on your soul's path. And that's going to bring the right love, no matter who it is, to you. And then we have wedding. This situation involves marriage. For some of you, you might get engaged and married, or you might be married to your sacred soulmate, or you might be asking about your marriage. For others of you, this is definitely that third-party situation. It might be that the person that you're in love with or wanting to be with is married or committed. Okay, bottom of the deck was playfulness. It says, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And there's an extra message. I feel like I gotta read these. I don't know why. I feel it for somebody. This isn't for everybody, but I have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. 9 of Pentacles, right? If you're married to somebody that you know is not your person, it's time to clear that shit out, right? If your person's married to somebody, it's time for them to free themselves, because this is your soulmate, okay? Soulmate, yes, this is your soulmate. So playfulness, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Don't be so serious all the time, right? So I hope that resonated with some of you. Now, last message is the wisdom of the Oracle deck. Bottom of the deck was never-ending story. So for me, this is old patterns. You know, this, if it's twin flame or sacred soulmate, this is a never-ending story, because it's going to keep coming back around and around and around until you heal it, until you transmute the energy. You have a contract with each other to do that. If it's not, if you don't resonate with that, then this is you repeating old patterns. You're drawing into your energetic field the same kind of relationships that may not work for you because of something within you that needs to be triggered at this time, needs to be looked at, needs to be healed and cleared, right? Because now we have not for you. It says nope, and it's a chessboard. So this could be yes or not yes or no, but tit for tat. It's a 6. 6 and is always for me about soulmate energy. It's the lovers. It's the 6 of cups, you know. 6 of Pentacles is equal reciprocity. 6 of Wands is victory and success. So 6s are a very, very good number. And this says not for you, and it's a chessboard. So perhaps there's somebody in your life or in your person's life that has never been anything more than a game, right? It's like checkmate, tit for tat. And so somebody needs to free themselves from something that is not for them. Then we have go the distance. Look at that. You're almost to the finish line. You've been in a desert. Somebody out there, I'm feeling like you've been cut off, or you cut yourself off because you were in denial, or they were in denial. But there's been a desert. You've been in the desert. You've been needing more than what you've got, and spirits motivated you. You're like this cheetah taken off, right? And you're almost to the finish line. It's an 11, guys. A 4 and a 7 breaks down to 11. Then we have exchanging gifts. This is beautiful, because I feel like at this time we are all being given new gifts, right? Everything is changing. So all the new stuff is a gift from the universe. And for some of you, if it's romantic in nature, you might get a gift from your person, right? Or you might be exchanging energy like gifts. You're communicating in the 5D. Then we have breathe, because this is like being the caterpillar in the chrysalis. It's the phoenix that's been, you know, in the fire. When you come out of that Scorpio energy, when you rise from the ashes, when you come out of that energy, you're going to need to heal and just take a breath and get some sleep and just relax, right? Okay, guys, that was your reading. If you would like a personal private reading, please reach out. You know I'm here, and you couldn't pick a better time to do it, because shit's gonna hit the fan. All right, guys, I love you. Love and light and namaste.